Thank you, Chairman Hudson, for holding this hearing. I thank the witnesses for testifying and being here today to share your expertise on this important subject we're talking about today. Like in Chairman Hudson's home state of North Carolina, Hurricane Helene wreaked havoc in Georgia's 12th district. Mrs. Dyer, could you talk about the importance of GPS and PNT broadly to our first responders?
Absolutely. Thank you for the question. GPS actually has an advantage over terrestrial-based systems in man-made natural disasters, such as the tragic hurricane that went through your area, as well as the Maui wildfires and the California wildfires. It wiped out the terrestrial infrastructure in those areas, and it's taken a long time to rebuild that. In the meantime, there are devices that people can carry that are in their pocket that allow people to connect to emergency services. When cellular towers are down, there are capabilities where you can use those devices and connect with a satellite, and it will send your GPS location back to call centers, who will then dispatch emergency services to where you're locating. It's an incredible system that relies on satellite only and is essential, as you mentioned, during these types of incidents.
Good, thank you. Mr. Feld, do you have anything to add to my question on the talking about the importance of GPS and PNT broadly to our first responders? Anything to add there?
Yes. First, we need to recognize that there are two elements of this problem. One is the consumer side, and that is where NextNav, back when it used to be Progeny, made its contribution so that cell phones can communicate the correct location to first responders. The other is for first responders themselves, especially teams that are sent to areas with which they are unfamiliar in response to national disasters will need to be able to navigate, and existing GPS may not be adequate depending upon the environment. So we need to actually look at both sides of this equation.
Mr. Matheny, in your testimony, you mentioned the resiliency of broadcast infrastructure in times of emergency. Hurricane Helene devastated physical communications infrastructure. Could you speak more about how that will translate to resilience in the broadcast positioning system?
Vice Chairman Allen, I'm from North Carolina originally and have experienced numerous hurricanes myself growing up. And what I can say is that broadcast infrastructure is some of the most reliable infrastructure there is. It is built to stay on the air 24/7, 365. The facilities are hardened such that they have generator backups, and that is currently being used as a source, the backbone of the emergency alert system. What we're talking about with BPS is extending that resiliency to critical infrastructure so that cell towers can stay operational, so that power grid can stay operational. And we believe that BPS can be a major contributor to our response in weather emergencies.
Thank you. Mr. Matheny, in addition to my position here on the C&T Subcommittee, I also serve on the Energy Subcommittee. Proud to represent Plant Vogtle, the first commercial nuclear reactors built in the U.S. in over 3 decades, housed in my district. Reliable power is essential for economic growth. In your testimony, you mentioned a National Institute of Standards and Technology project with Dominion Energy, ensuring our nation's electrical grids and other critical infrastructure have a reliable backup to GPS is important to our economic and national security. Can you expand on what we've learned from this pilot program and how a broadcast positioning system, or BPS, could be utilized by the energy sector?
Thank you for that question, Vice Chairman Allen. So what we have learned is that the energy grid uses precision timing in a variety of ways. It uses it to time align the energy so it can actually flow across the grid and get to its destination. And it's also used in fault tolerance monitoring. Power lines are really long. If there is an issue somewhere, you need to be able to deploy that crew exactly to where the fault is. And that is one of the ways that precision time is used. BPS as an alternative system has plugged right in and can provide the same or better performance than what is provided by GPS today.
Thank you very much, and I thank all of you for your sharing your expertise today. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Thank you. Chair.